Hello there, guys. Welcome to Major Gives a Damn. Alright, today we will talk about one of the most cliche things that the aspirants tend to say. I hear a lot of aspirants say this. Army is everything for me. Army is my life. I am ready to give my life for the army. India is everything for me. How do you think this cliche has gotten into the aspirants? I would say because of two things. One, Bollywood. Definitely Bollywood. We've all grown up watching Bollywood movies, and Bollywood tends to dramatize everything a tad too much. So it's natural after watching the Bollywood movies, an aspirant tends to think the Bollywood way. And number two, the Indian culture per se. As Indians, we tend to get emotional for almost everything. It comes naturally to us. So because of these things, the mind of an aspirant gets templated. And whenever he or she goes for SSB and they're asked, why do you want to join the army? They blurt out this cliched answer. But do you know this cliched answer can get you into a lot of trouble? Prima facie, as an aspirant, you might think this answer is great. Through this, you are telling a lot about yourself. You're showing your patriotism, the love for the country, the love for the army, etc. Right? But let me tell you, this shows the immaturity of a candidate. This is what the SSB will see. It also shows the candidate has a very shallow knowledge about the army that they intend to get into. And when they answer this at the SSB, their immediate next question would be, so what all are you willing to do for the army? This is a big trap, and the candidate falls for that. The candidate will answer that they're willing to do anything for the army. They are ready to work 24/7. They are willing to go sleepless for so many days, etc., etc., etc. This shows your answers are emotional and not logical. Please realize, army is nothing like what the Bollywood shows you. It's a very different world. You must be thinking that you're going into the army and you'll see action every single day. You think you will be on the borders fighting the enemy every single day. It doesn't happen like that. Yes, of course, when you are posted on the border for a couple of years, yes, you will be doing that sort of a duty. But then after 2 years, you get posted out with your unit or otherwise. You might have to go to a class B city or a class A city or a class C city. You'll be doing desk work. You'll be doing paperwork. You'll be doing documentation. You'll be doing training, which is mundane and, yeah, at times boring as well. What do you do then? Alright, I'll give you an analogy. Raju really likes Radhika, alright? He really wanted to be in a relation with Radhika. So he tries to impress her and win her heart. He does a lot of good things to impress her. Finally, Radhika is happy with Raju. They start dating. When they're dating, Raju says a lot of sweet things. Radhika, you are my life. Without you, I am nothing. You mean the whole world to me. I'll do anything for you, etc., etc., etc. Things were going smooth, and after a few months, they started getting bored of each other. Raju realized that Radhika is a lot different from what he had imagined. Now he wanted to have a breakup. He started saying a lot of bad things about Radhika. These things happen in life, yes? So you see, from Radhika, you are my life, I'll do anything for you, without you I'm nothing. From there, Raju has reached, I don't want to stay with you anymore. I hope you understood the moral of the story. Initially, Raju was emotional, he was not logical. Once he realized this is how things are, he opened his eyes. A lot of you say, army is not a profession, army is an emotion for me. This is a very wrong thing to say. Until and unless you take army as a profession, you are not going to do good in the army. Trust me. Of course, right now you are an outsider. For outsiders, you look at army, yes, you look at army with a lot of awe. You look at soldiers, you look at the uniform, you say, wow, I want to be that. Yes, that can be an emotion. But once you decide that you want to be in the uniform, that army is going to be your career, please start treating army as a profession, because if you don't, you are not going to survive here. Right now, as a young aspirant full of josh, you might say that you're willing to go sleepless for 1 week, 10 days, 20 days, anything for the army. I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this. You are going to give a lot of promises. But do you really think that is practically possible? Do you really think the SSB is not going to see through you? Right, for argument's sake, let's say SSB recommends you with this attitude and you become an officer in the Indian Army. Do you think with this attitude you're going to survive? At 22, 23 years old, you will be leading men into the battle. You will be stationed on the border. You will be leading at least 30, 32 men. So you are a person who do not think logically, you think emotionally. You're not a thorough professional. You deal everything emotionally. Do you think the life of the men under you are safe? Absolutely not, because you take decisions based on your emotions, not logic, not professional decisions. So there are more chances that you will jeopardize the safety of the men under you. So now, do you realize why the SSB will not pick you if you have this kind of a mentality? It's very volatile. You are unpredictable. These are not the kind of characters that the SSB will recommend to be leaders in the army. Alright, forget about everything. When you go and give these sort of answers at the SSB, that I will do anything for India, India is everything for me, the interviewing officer will ask you a counter question. What have you done till now for India? Trust me, you will not be able to answer for long. He will ask you, what have you done for India till now? How many times have you voted? Do you follow traffic rules? Do you follow the community guidelines? Trust me, you wouldn't have, because nobody is perfect. I am not perfect. I violate rules at times. You are not perfect. None of us are perfect. I don't think even Abdul Kalam sir was perfect. Nobody is perfect. So with these kind of answers, the interviewing officer will squeeze the juice out of you. So please rework this mindset. If you're an aspirant, please do not say army is an emotion and I will do anything for the army. Rather, please consider army as a profession and be a thorough professional. Be a sincere soldier. Be one of the best soldiers the country has seen. And as a soldier, do your duties sincerely. That's all is required out of you. Because you know why? If a soldier does his duty sincerely, he would have done his duty towards the unit. If every soldier in the unit do their duty sincerely, that unit would have done its duty towards the army. And if all the units in the army do their duty properly, army would have been excellent in rendering its duty to the country. It's as simple as that. You don't have to overcomplicate anything. Just keep it simple. I'm sure you got the point here.